Hello everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I am Mira, and the message that I am getting here today is that there needs to be some reevaluating when it comes to your relationship with work and fulfillment and how the two correlate with each other. Okay? There's just this energy of why do you do what you do, and how is it fulfilling you on the spectrum of fulfillment? Where are you at, right? It's like, what do you do to be fulfilled, and is it even fulfilling you? Can we get a deeper message here, please, Spirit? We have South Node, yeah, tendencies. Are you just doing certain things, working a certain way, because you feel like you have to, or because it has always been this way, right? There's just this energy of, is there a way that we can change what we've been doing, or the pattern of actions that we've been taking? Is there a way that we can change this in order to make it more efficient for us and also bring in more fulfillment? There is this energy here of intuitively, you know exactly what I'm talking about, and you know exactly how it is pertaining to your life. There's this energy of needing things to work in conjunction with one another. It's like, if you are not fulfilled with the amount of work, if you are not fulfilled with your results right now, maybe there's a need to change the amount of work that goes in, or change the type of work that's being put in here. We have ascendant orientation. Let's cut the deck. Sun radiance. Yeah, this is about finding what lights you up now. I have a feeling like maybe lately what used to light you up isn't necessarily lighting you up anymore, or at least not in the same way, and there's this need to change things, this need to sort of shake things up. I'm seeing somebody put like all these marbles or pieces of paper in a hat and shake them and shake them and shake them and shake them, and then lay them all down. It's sort of like divination. You know how people like put like the runes or like the bones or whatever in the bag, they shake it, and they lay them all down. And the way that it's sprawled out, the way that where everything lands, the positioning of everything, that is how you get your message. That's how you get the energy of what to read and, what's going on. You still have all the same tools. They're just being used differently or placed differently. And so the energy here is using the tools, and it makes sense because South Node is like ancestral karma, past life karma, like it says tendencies. So it's like the point of the South Node is never just to nix that energy and move forward towards the North Node. You need to utilize the energy of that South Node in order to propel you towards the North Node. So it's like, what information and energy have you become accustomed to? Have you learned? And have you gained access to that is no longer helping you in the way that it was before? And how can you use that energy, that wisdom, in order to guide yourself forward? Hold up. The two cards that fell on the floor is the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Cups and the Six of Swords in reverse. This is telling me that you're a little hesitant to move forward. This could be not wanting to move forward because you feel like you've already put all your eggs in this one basket. This could be not knowing how to move forward. It's like knowing that there's something more for you. Yeah, the Devil. Knowing that there is something more for you, but not necessarily wanting to take that chance yet and go out on that limb to move forward or to do things differently. Maybe having a little bit of doubts, not knowing how to, it's not knowing how to move forward. It's not necessarily not wanting to. It's not necessarily, it's more not knowing how to. And so there's this energy of getting more opinions, getting a second opinion. We have the Nine of Cups. You have to really ask yourself, what is it that you want right now? And for a lot of you, you guys could find yourself in a place where you're just coming back to yourself, where you're just leaving or departing from or getting out of the energy of, it's like maybe in the recent past, you've really found yourself in a situation that you lost yourself. You weren't doing the things that you used to do, weren't dressing the way that you used to dress, and not in like a, oh, I've changed and evolved, but in a way that it's like, I haven't been doing these things because I haven't been feeling myself. I haven't been doing these things because I haven't been happy. So it's like taking the new you and the old you and sort of mixing them up and squashing them together and creating the newest version of self. It's this energy of, you don't have to fully get rid of who you were, and you don't have to fully get rid of who you are, but you just have to take bits and pieces of each and see where they fit. Because there's this energy of like, the past has a lot to show you, but so does the present. So it's like, you don't need to fully dive into one or the other. It's weird because I don't necessarily know how to articulate what I'm trying to say here. But there's this energy of, yeah, the Nine of Swords, being in a place right now where you are uncomfortable. So it's like, how do I move forward? How do I go on? The Knight of Cups, really looking into what makes you happy. And for a lot of you guys, that could be a question that is not necessarily so easily answered. For a lot of you guys, it could be that you don't understand what makes you happy anymore. You're a different version of self. Like I said, you're a different version of yourself, and you're steadily still becoming a newer version of yourself all the time. And because you are always growing and evolving and changing in a good way, but because the change is constant, because the growth and the evolution is constant, sometimes it can be hard to have a steady viewpoint or perspective on self, because your energy is constantly changing, because what you like and what you do and how you feel, and your energy, like I said, is constantly changing. There's this energy of, do I even know what makes me happy anymore? Or, I think this makes me happy, but it doesn't feel like it makes me happy anymore. There's this need to reevaluate. Yeah, the Queen of Cups, a lot of cups. And the King of Cups right here too. Yeah, definitely a need for a little bit of balance, a little bit of taking a little bit of the past and bringing it together with the present in order to move into the future on better legs, you know? Can we get advice? Yeah, what was I saying? Like, changing into who you really are. Like that zebra, he was like painted like a giraffe. He was trying to be something that he wasn't, or maybe he was being what he had to be in the moment, and now it's a different moment with a different energy, and there's different lessons, and there's different things needing to be learned, and there's a whole bunch of different energies coming into play. So it's like, now it's time to take off the mask, or now it's time to remove another layer. Yeah, never ending story. Maybe you feel like the healing is never ending. Maybe you feel like the work is never ending. Like I said, reevaluating the relationship that you have with work and how it correlates to your happiness and your fulfillment, right? Here and now. Look, we have things talking about the past. We also have the here and now. Truth be told, and a change in the wind. Look, and then this zebra, who wasn't a zebra or wasn't allowing himself to be the fullest version of himself, is now the fullest version of himself. And not only is he the fullest version of himself, he is now comfortable. Look at all the smoke that's coming around now. There's a lot of cleansing that's going on here. And then we have truth be told. I feel like you guys are finding a lot of truths about yourself, even. Finding different versions of yourself. Yeah, message in a bottle. It's like, what do you want and how can you get there? What moves do you need to make in order to get to where you need to be? What was I talking about? Removing the mask, or removing at least another layer of the mask. We have the mask right there. The mask is off. And sometimes healing is the hardest once you finally take that mask off, because then you have to actually step into accepting everything that everything that you are authentically. And that can be really hard for us, especially us with a lot of conditioning. It's interesting, I keep on talking about the past and the future and the present, because we have the past and the future here. So it's like using everything that you've learned up until this point. We have 32, 33. We're using everything that you've learned up until this point in order to help you move forward in the best way possible. And I get one card of advice here. Rest. Time to relax. Healing needs to take place. Okay, so right now is not a time for a whole bunch of action. It is time to ponder all of the energies that we are talking about and really go into some meditation. I feel like meditation would be really good for you guys. But the energy here is definitely, there is a big change happening, and because of this big change happening on a cellular level, things are going to be a little bit confusing right now. Things are going to be a little bit different. You're going to have to start asking yourself, or continue asking yourself and ruminating on these really difficult questions. And they might not be difficult questions, but you might find yourself having a lot of difficulty answering these simple questions because you are no longer who you used to be. Make sure you're answering these questions to yourself authentically. Look, something just isn't right. Trust your intuition and keep seeking for more answers until you feel your situation feels right. Yeah, things don't feel right now, and that's why things are just not moving the way that you want them to. The unseen, things are not always as they appear. Be thorough and keep your eyes open. There's something you're not seeing. Yeah, and these cards are very like illusionary. They're very cryptic, and so is the message here. So I feel like it's going to be very different for everybody. This is not like a one size fits all. This is going to resonate differently and on different levels for everybody here. So my best advice is to just take the time that you need, as much time as you need, and sit there and feel your feelings. It brings me back to something that I read the other day, and it says you over intellectualize something about you something about like why you over intellectualize, and it's like not everything needs to be understood. Some things just need to be felt, and I feel like that's the message right here. Not everything needs to be understood. Some things just need to be felt, and right now you might be in the phase of you just need to do the feeling, and that's why it might be hard to answer some of these questions. So let your energy answer the questions for you. Keep moving forward. And when the answers are ready to be had, you will have them. These answers are not going to pass you by. What's meant for you is never going to pass you by. You are not missing out on anything. You're not supposed to be doing anything other than what you're already doing right now. You're supposed to be resting. You're supposed to be fixating your energy on what feels the best right now. Fixating your energy on just feeling the energies that come up right now, okay? But that is what I have for you. Blessings, obviously, to you all, and I hope that this message could resonate with you guys, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles.